Good morning. Welcome back to another edition of Gary's Movie Emporium. Today is going to be a Big Lots movie haul that I had done off the basically off the heels of my last the Dollar Tree. I got a little fed up going to the Dollar Tree at some point because there was like nothing there, and all my stores were all picked over. And the one store I'd go back to a couple of times, uh, there would be nothing there, like not even your usual workout video. So I don't know if they packaged those up and sent them back to the company or what they did, but I'm really hoping some of the was it Dollar Generals or Family Dollars in our area that are owned by Dollar Tree. I'm really hoping that they convert over to a Dollar Tree. The reason why ours haven't yet is because apparently the Family Dollar in where my wife works in a plaza, uh, apparently they're doing well enough to keep the Family Dollar name. I don't wish for a business to do bad, but I don't really see how they can compete with. I really don't see how they can compete with you know other company or other places when you got Dollar Tree where you can get everything for $1. Family Dollars like everything to the nearest whole dollar, so they're kind of a bit deceiving with their name. It's not everything's a dollar there, so don't go into the store. I mean, you might be able to find some dollar deals, but per se they don't have anything for $1. Well, let's get started on what I grabbed this morning, or not this morning, but in the past few weeks. Stars Nathan Lane and Lee Evans. It's Mouse Hunt, a comedic masterpiece. Big Lots. I got this for $3. I really like this movie. It's PG, 1997. It clocks in at 97 minutes. There's no sense of really reading it because I'm pretty sure at this point everybody's seen Mouse Hunt. It kind of has that Home Alone feel to it. I don't know if it was made by maybe someone to do with I can't remember his name that made Home Alone, but yeah, it's got Nathan Lane, Lee Evans, and Alan Rich, Tony Ludwig production. It's directed by Gore Verbinski. I like Gore Verbinski. I like a lot of his flicks. I think he did. I want to say he did Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't know how many of them he did, but the ones he did do, he was responsible for. And I really like his style of directing. And right here's the case of his style in Mouse Hunt. Nathan Lane's really good in that. Not that the other guy isn't, but Nathan Lane stands out in that film for me. And then I got a Tartan Asian Extreme, The Maid. Got this one for $1.88. Says it's genuinely creepy. Part Sixth Sense, part Juan. That's according to arrowinthehead.com. Really love the cover here. 89 minutes. Came from Singapore. Original language Mandarin and English. So. And it does say DVD 9 on the back as well, so it's a pretty full on disc here with it being DVD 9. It does have a whole slew of special features: the making of The Maid, original theatrical trailer, English and Spanish subtitles, Tartan Asian Extreme new releases. A dark and twisted ending, a slick and scary experience, according to Fangoria. Pretty good endorsement from Fangoria, or Fangora, however you want to pronounce it. They don't normally recommend stuff unless it's somewhat on a good, on the grand scale here of things. But that's The Maid. Looks really creepy. It does really have that Juan or the Ring kind of thing going on here. Just look at the back. Really happy to get that for $1.88. Let's see. Trying to find something that's a little More kid friendly here. Don Bluth's Banjo, the Woodpile Cat. I couldn't resist this. It said Don Bluth, so I grabbed it. Really like Don Bluth's style of animation. It does have a slew of special features, a conversation with Don Bluth, and the story behind Banjo. And the last time I looked up on Wikipedia, Don Bluth was still alive, and I mean, he's got to be getting up there at this point. This movie is rated G. It's from 20th Century Fox. It says now on DVD for the first time comes an animated adventure from Don Bluth that's filled with toe-tapping songs, humor, and plenty of fun. Although he has a happy life on a farm, Banjo can't stop getting into trouble when his dad threatens to punish him for leaping off a roof. Banjo decides to run away, so he hops aboard a feed truck bound for Salt Lake City, but the kitten soon learns that while the city is exciting, it's also dangerous. And you can't go. And I don't think the animation is cheap, kind of tacky as much as it is on this cover. It's very much in the tradition of Don Bluth animation, kind of like I think it's American Tail and Troll in Central Park. He did Titan AE. That one was kind of out of his realm a little bit. I think he tried to go a little futuristic with that one. Not that that one wasn't really good. It was excellent, but I did feel like it was kind of maybe him going outside of the box for that one. But like the traditional Don Bluth, you'll know instantly if you got a Don Bluth, because I think he did All Dogs Go to Heaven series as well. At least the first one. But happy to have Banjo. And then I got another one at Big Lots, a horror title, of course, here. The Undead, or The Dead Undead, Vampires vs. Zombies. Phase 4 films, rated R. 90 minutes, 16 by 9, 178 by 1, in other words, guys. Widescreen presentation. The 7 featurettes, the characters, the directors, makeup, stunts, the weapons, zombie vampires, and a movie trailer on this, all on this disc. If you like vampires and zombies, this will be up your alley. I will probably warn you, it's probably on the cheesier level, so don't go into this expecting state-of-the-art zombie effects and things of that nature. But let's look at the back. Looks pretty interesting. Kind of has that asylum look to it a little bit as well. Not that that's a bad thing, really, necessarily, because they do have some decent things that, you know, I get the hate for asylum, but I'm one of the people that kind of gives them a pass, because unless it's really bad, and then I'll give it a clunker review. But this one looks pretty good from Phase 4. I like Phase 4. That's one thing about Phase 4. They're pretty, how should I say it? They're right on the ball a lot of times with stuff. And then next up, I got a sci-fi adventure film. The World's Most Lethal Weapon, Robo Croc, from the director of Young Guns. Top secret unmanned spacecraft disintegrates on re-entry. Its mysterious military payload crash lands in the crocodile habitat of a place called Adventureland, a combination water park, amusement land, and world-famous crocodile exhibit. Following its pre-programmed instructions, the payload, a next-generation nanotech-based combat drone, finds itself a host in the form of the park's prized 20-foot Australian saltwater crocodile. So, because of this mishap, I guess this crocodile must go on a killing rampage and take out half of the fun park. Kind of call it a blood park at that point, not a fun park. But looks kind of interesting. kind of couldn't pass on the cover and the name alone. And there's the look at the back. Very much as a sci-fi films for the TV channel back in the day when they used to do the weekly sci-fi ones. And then I had to get these because I don't have these in my collection. I wanted to get Blu-ray, but I couldn't find them in Blu-ray at Big Lots. So I managed to get Nutty Professor, PG-13, hour and 36 minutes, 2.0 stereo, and 5.1 surround. Subtitles are in English. It says it's from Imagine Entertainment as well, on top of Universal. It's pretty much self-explanatory. It was pretty highly praised when it came out. Very successful. I think it was like a movie that hit that magical number at the box office, like 150, 120 million. $120 million at the box office. So movie like this makes that kind of dough. They're going to get sequels. So they did what they did is they went and made a sequel, and I got the first one here and the second one. I had to take the cover or the plastic off in store, of course, because it sounded like it was rattling. But it's a collector's edition of Eddie Murphy is the Clumps Nutty Professor 2, the Clumps. Very big laughs, widescreen presentation, and I had to open it because of this reason. Okay, see, that's why I had to open it, because this was sloshing around a little bit. Or might have came out at some point, but really, it's kind of plain, but I love the red that's going on this physical disc here. It's really sharp looking. I don't know if that looks good on the camera or not, but it matches the red in the Nutty Professor 2 and the red here. And then went with white writing, which is good because it stands out to me. And I really like I mean, I would have preferred maybe some art, maybe, but the red, red's my favorite color, in case people didn't know that. Always be my favorite color. Has a slew of special features, so if you guys are out there that are Blu-ray enthusiasts, might not have some of these features, why not pick this up on DVD with all these special features, and you'll have everything you ever wanted to know about the Clumps in Sherman. This is a dual layer disc, hour and 47 minutes, 5.1 surround, and for English and French, 185 by 1. It is captioned, so if you have someone at home that's hearing impaired, they can watch it in captioned subtitles. The special features are not rated. Pretty much it on this one. I want to say this is from like 2000, yeah, 2000, the year 2000. So it doesn't seem possible that this was out 21 years ago, or nearly going on 21 years ago. But really like these movies. I thought one was not a lot better, but decently better. But I thought two had its own fun as well, and I liked how they got more like character development in the second one with some of the different characters. Eddie Murphy plays very good, diverse character roles in his movies. I like to be like a different character, but you know it's him because he gives it the Eddie touch. But there's Nutty Professor 2. One more look at the back. And that's the two Nutty Professor movies. And then I got this big whopping Richard Boone, Have Gun Will Travel, season 1 through 4. It's that, you could say it's a little pricey for Big Lots, but not really, not when you're getting, what was it, 64 hours of entertainment. 25 disc set, black and white. This particular set is from 1957 to 1961 from CBS DVD. And it has a handful of special features, production notes, biographies, and so on. Uh, Basically, it's about a cowboy. His base at the Carlton Hotel, San Francisco Paladin, dispenses justice to the wicked and hope to the hopeless across the Old West. Relive the show's most memorable moments, including Paladin's race across the desert on a camel and the Great Mojave Chase, his hunt for his fugitives south of the border, Black Sheep, his battle to protect a prisoner from murderous bounty hunters, and in a long way home, and 152 more classic episodes. So this has, I don't know, probably somewhere in the vicinity of close to 160 episodes. Probably halfway to the 160. Like I say, it's seasons 1 through 4. I believe this was might have been a Canadian release too, because it does have some Canadian like logos on the back. Special features not rated, and may not be closed captioned or subtitled. But nice little set there. 25 disc. There's a look at the back. I don't even really know much about Have Gun Will Travel, but I've heard of it. It made the movie Stand By Me, I believe, in a scene where they were singing the theme song for. Really stood out to me, too, in the movie, because I was like, what is this Have Gun Will Travel? I think way back when, and then I looked it up, and I was like, oh, it's a Western. Okay, well, I didn't know that. And I think that's how I found out about it. I needed to know what that song was from, and Stand By Me. And then as long as we're theming it here with Westerns, I got a double feature of starring Jeff Bridges, Matt Damon, and Josh Brolin. True Grit, and John Wayne and Hondo. I just got done watching a John Wayne movie. It was called McClintock, and I didn't realize how comedic John Wayne could be. He kind of come off like Jack Tripper a little bit in Three's Company in McClintock. Like he's like falling down, and it was a really good movie. But I was expecting when I hear people say the Duke, I was expecting a actor to be really on the serious side, and because he always come off when I was a kid, he always come off as kind of dry, a little bit for me. But I was younger. I always thought he'd come off as kind of dry and kind of a boring actor. Not a knock on him. It's just I was a little kid and wasn't my cup of tea. But I'm really glad I give him a second chance here in my with me being 50. I'm glad I give him a chance because he was really good. I mean, he had a commanding presence about him. It felt like he was like a modern day Clint Eastwood in McClintock. I kind of felt like the cast looked up to him, kind of like he was like an icon. Not that he ain't, but I kind of got that feeling like he had that Clint Eastwood rub to him. Kind of like when people are on set, you can kind of see him smirking a little bit, like they think he's cool. I don't know if you've ever seen that on movies, but I've noticed that. Like actors kind of look at him like he's an idol, that kind of thing. And I have seen True Grit. I really liked that back when I watched it. Hondo, I don't know nothing about, but it does. Both movies have special features that are pretty good, considering they're on a DVD. From 2013, this set is. Both Warner Brothers, or no, not both. One's Hondo's Warner Brothers, and True Grit is Paramount Pictures and Skydance Productions. So, let's look at that. Sorry about the tag over John Wayne's face. Not exactly the place I would have put it. I probably would have put it like maybe up here, maybe in the middle. Oh, it's kind of disrespectful. I mean, I know they didn't probably notice that when I did that, but I wouldn't have put it on his face though. But people do different things than I do, though. And then we got this, a DVD plus book. It does have a book right here, too. I don't know if you can see it on film too good here. See the book there next to the DVD with the little bit of red spine there? That's a little, I don't know, probably 35-page book. This is the Magic School Bus. Oh no, it says it's a 70-page book. Okay, so it's double what I said. Didn't look like 70, but this is about the human body. Approximately 78 minutes. It is recommended for ages 4 to 10. I don't see why a kid a little bit younger than that couldn't watch it. Maybe because they don't understand it. The book that it contains is recommended for ages 7 to 10, and I do recommend kids that age get the book and look at it, and as opposed to the younger crowd, because my son's 2. The minute he gets a book, it's work time. I mean, he literally will take pages and go, shh, rip them right up, throw them around, and flip them over and look at them. Like, he acts like he's like an office worker when he picks up paper. He'll pick them up and he'll put them down, and then he'll look at them, and then he'll flip them over, then he might hand them to me for a minute, and then he'll take them back, and it's just comical, some of the stuff he does. Such a cute little guy. Means a lot to me. But it's DVD plus book here. And we only paid $3 for it as well. Maybe that's why we grabbed it. Plus it's Magic School Bus. And then finally for the DVDs, another TV series here from Paramount Television, the complete first season of Happy Days. I got it because I love these thin-cased series that they have at the Big Lots. The complete first season DVD collection. Anybody and everybody should pretty much know what Happy Days is about. The first season is full screen format, Dolby Digital, and English mono. Just look at that. And I got this one out of the ones that they had there because this one looked like the best, more immaculate one out of the ones I've seen. Some of them had their corners dented in. Some of them had plastic coming off, and there was some scratching going on. I just try to use my judgment when I get these sets. Like, if it beats my qualifications, like for the look of it, I'll get it. I had many opportunities to buy Penny Dreadful, but they shrink wrapped them so much and so often, so often with their seasons that the corners were all dented in. There was some warping going on from being plastics almost too strong. Like, I don't know if a machine does this or what, but man, they need to. There's no reason why they can't loosen it up a little bit. I mean, even if you have some overhang, it'd give you something to rip it off with. But sometimes when you get these out, too, it's not exactly easy to pull these out because they're air-packed. And you get issues of bending the covers and stuff because you can't get into these. I had a Woody Woodpecker set that I had to literally take the top off of and, like, take that cardboard slip and, like, now it's got like a little crease in the middle because I don't know. It seems like companies don't know how to package these seasons or these long compiled DVDs or Blu-rays. Not so much Blu-rays, but DVDs. And I don't like bent covers and all that because I'm a big stickler for art and how it looks on these sets. And if it's mangled, I just wish I could just leave them singly and I don't have to deal with it. Because if it gets too mangled, the cover, I just use it as a display or something. But really happy to get Happy Days. I really liked that show back in the day. I grew up on Happy Days. I'm pretty sure a lot of the cast is still pretty much alive, but I'm sure there are a few in the show, like Tom Bosley's passed on. Marion Ross, I think, died recently. Al, obviously, from that, I think, has passed on. Pat Morita, who played Arnold, he passed on quite a while ago. I don't know, there's a number of them that are still kicking right now, but I'm just happy that, there's a few. It just makes you feel a little good about things like that. Because, like, when you grow up, like, you get older, and it's like, man, the shows really is that old, because a lot of these actors are no longer. But next up, these are all strictly Blu-ray. It's a Blu-ray plus digital copy. DreamWorks presents Over the Hedge. I seen this one at the drive-in. I really love this. I always wanted to own it. Hour and 23 minutes. Had really a good time with this at the drive-in. This was at a drive-in that's no longer, sadly. Car dealership come in, bought them out, told the people of the city that they were going to renovate it into a part drive-in, part car dealership. A year went by. They were doing all right business, but everything and anything that was good about that drive-in was sucked away by the car dealership, and they just took all the charm and the fun out of the drive-in. And you couldn't fit half the cars or even a quarter of the cars basically at the drive-in. They paid big money for a concession stand, and it was just a farce. I think they did it on purpose, so then they could say, well, we tried to do a drive-in, but no one came. And it's like, because you killed the cinema. You killed the fun of going to the drive-in. No one wants to get out of their car and see new cars just off maybe 20 feet away from the drive-in. And it's like, you took up all the drive-in's charm with the secluity, if that's a word. You killed it because you made it like be surrounded by all this newness with the cars that are up for sale. And then it'd have that annoying LED sign that all car dealerships would have up. And I think people just did not like how it was more modern, but it was only one screen. It went from 2 screens down to 1 screen, and the screen was little. It was like maybe 20 feet, maybe. And their old one was well over 30, 40, nearly 30, 35 feet. And it took the fun out of the drive-in. But this is where I saw, before they converted it into the, shouldn't say it, but shittier drive-in. But I'm really mad at the car dealership that took all those moments away from the citizens of that town. They kind of, I don't know. I think I've lost my lure of that village in particular because they let such a travesty go on. There's no reason why the city, with the money they had, they couldn't have bought the drive-in themselves. I think it would have been a perfect thing for them to do, but I think the offer was better from, I'm going to say it, Davidson Auto. You see any Davidsons, to me, he's an evil empire. Davidson Auto Group. They're not a good company. I feel like they're take advantage kind of place. I mean, all car dealerships pretty much are, but these guys are some of the worst, and they have them all over our area, and it's demeaning to our the country scene and stuff. But I don't mean to go off on that, but a little bit of a rant. But that's Over the Hedge, and I really love that movie, like I say. And then I got a movie starring Jeff Bridges and John Goodman, The Big Lebowski, that also has John Turturro in it as well. And I believe they made a movie. with John Turturro, a sequel or something. I can't remember the name of it, but I remember in Film Fan 108's video that he said that they did that in his that they did make a sequel to this, but it was really awful or really bad. It has a slew of bonus features. It's rated R. I want to say it's from 2018, and it clocks in at no wait, it can't be that new. No, that's not it. It's not 2018. Clocks in at just about 2 hours. Yeah, I can't see the year. Oh, 2011. That's more like it. But that's The Big Lebowski. Let's look at the back. Happy to get that one for $5. It's pretty much a steal. Sands of Oblivion. I think I might have got this, but oh well if I did. Morena Baccarin, Adam Baldwin, Victor Webster, and George Kennedy. And it is George Kennedy, that late great George Kennedy. Some secrets should never be unearthed. This was a Stars Media, so I don't know if this was on Stars, the channel Stars. This also is an Anchor Bay Entertainment, so if you can find this for $3, it's a steal. I'd grab it. There goes the snowplow. Just unburying from the storm we had the other day. And the plow's got to ruin it by coming back down through. I don't really think the roads are all that bad right now. Bit of overkill, if you will. But they always come down through here around 3 or 4 in the morning. I honestly think they should wait till a little later because people are sleeping. I understand they have to do when they do it, but I don't know. I think they should wait a little later. And then next up, I got a Blu-ray plus DVD plus digital copy. Jeff Bridges and Julianne Moore in The Seventh Son. Seen a lot of Julianne Moore pop up in this haul that I did here too. There's ones that she was in that I could have grabbed also, and I didn't. Hour and 42 minutes, PG-13. I wanted to go pretty much Blu-ray here because I don't have a lot of Blu-ray. Saw this one at the theater. I had fun with it. A lot of people hated it, but I don't know. I had fun with it. I thought it was a really fun actioner. Seventh Son with has Jeff Bridges, as I said. Has a lot of cool creatures in it as well. A lot of good creature. I thought the CGI was really well done for going under the radar. I mean, I think it was supposed to be a big box office hit or plugged as such because it was based on a book, but I don't know. I didn't read the book. I didn't know nothing about the book. I just went and seen it. And I had fun with it. I think that's what you need to do. If you know too much about the movie, I think you'll have a lot more fun than if you read it in a book. I don't really read anyway. Oh, and then I got the third part in the Cloverfield trilogy. I was happy to get this. I didn't really care for this one as much as the other two. But I was happy that I got it because now I got the trilogy. That's the Cloverfield Paradox. Blu-ray feature film, special features. Very bare bones Blu-ray though. But I don't care. I now have part 3, and Cloverfield Paradox completes that. Happy to get that. A few more here. Frances McDormand stars in Fargo, a thriller by Joel Cohen and Ethan Cohen. A lot can happen in the middle of nowhere. From Fargo. MGM Entertainment. Rated R. So on and so on. A lot of specifications on here. It has English, Spanish, Portuguese, French, German, Italian, and Spanish. Does have a slew. It's from 1996. 98 minutes. It's a 50 gigabyte dual layer, and it is a widescreen 185 by 1 presentation. I did watch the TV series as well to this. I didn't watch the first couple of seasons. I think I started watching it in the 3rd season. Really liked what I saw. Kind of has that Twin Peaks vibe to it a little bit at times. And they go with their heavy, Minnesota accent or whatever up in the upper Midwest. Kind of funny when they play up on that, but kind of disrespectful in a way too. I know they're trying to go with the vibe of the movie, but I don't know, I just don't think I would have touched upon that so much. A lot can happen in the middle of nowhere. Kind of also has that northern exposure feel with it being a small town and always seeing snow on the ground. But I paid $5 for this, and I won't look back. It was a pretty good buy. I like the cover there. It's really white, but still like it. And then I got a movie starring Gene Hackman, Barbara Hershey, and Dennis Hopper. It's called The Best Sports Movie Ever Made. I don't know if I'd go that far, but it is definitely in the top 5 or 6 all time for me. If you're a huge basketball fan, this is right up your alley. I would say it would probably be rated higher if you're a huge basketball fan. It's an Orion and MGM picture release, PG. Basically, this was about a 1954 basketball team, high school basketball team, that's coached by Gene Hackman, who takes his team to a tournament that they're more or less supposed to be blown out, like in the first round, and they don't have a chance in hell of winning the whole thing. And each game they take on, they use their like sports athletic ability to stand these games to keep them close, and they pull out each game. And I'm not going to go any further, but you pretty much know which way it's going with this, because it's like, a basketball team coached by Gene Hackman's going to go quite far in a tournament. But very good movie, very good sports movie. I don't know if I'd put it ahead of Rudy and We Are Marshall. There's some other ones too that are really good sports movies. And I don't mean the comedic ones. I mean like the ones that pull at your heartstrings a little bit. Because Rudy's very touching portrayal of a undersized football player at Notre Dame. And I don't know if it's quite on this level, but it does have some remarkable performances, and I recommend that highly. And then next up, I got a movie starring Bradley Cooper, Abby Cornish, and Robert De Niro, Limitless. They had a TV series of this too as well, but I really liked the movie a lot. Widescreen presentation, 5.1 Dolby Digital, 2011, 105 minutes. Does have 5.1 master audio as well. Says Robert De Niro's in this as well. I don't really remember him in it too much, but people didn't know Robert De Niro won. I don't know if he won, but he's a supporting actor for Raging Bull in The Godfather Part 2, 1974, and Raging Bull in 1980. But Limitless, like I said, I had a short-lived TV series. I liked the movie, so I picked it up. I like Bradley Cooper. Plus, he's a big, huge Eagles fan. More reason to like him. He does show up at some of their games. Up in the press box with Jeff Lurie, the owner of the Eagles. It's pretty neat to see. An actor up there rubbing elbows with the owner of the Eagles. Pretty cool. And then finally, I got a Stephen King-based movie here, based on his novel. Screenplay by William Goldman and directed by Rob Reiner, or a.k.a. Meathead from All in the Family. James Caan, Kathy Bates, and Misery. Very happy to get this. Rated R, 20th Century Fox. 107 minutes on this one, and it was from 1990 with a 185 by 1 widescreen presentation. And it does not seem like it's been 21 years ago I seen this at the theater. That time just flew by. There's the spine. Look at the back. This was a very good spine tangler. I think this is one of Stephen King's better movies that, the movies were based on his book. But very happy to get this. And that concludes what I picked up at the Big Lots. 20 titles in all. This is over a few visits there. These weren't all in one particular haul, but I combined them. Now I can put them aside and have them displaying now, and I don't have to sit over there. I still got plenty of other stuff I can show. But that's my Big Lots haul for this morning. And thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing and taking in my channel. I just got a subscriber just while I was making a video, as a matter of fact, right now. I got some things I got to do. I got to get out there and get that snow away from the edge of the driveway, because if it sits there after a while, it's like cement and it's hard to get out of there. But take care, and I'll see you next time, guys. I'm not sure when I'm going to be doing one. Calling for another storm Thursday night into Friday, and something about that it could go into Saturday morning. And I don't know if it's an all-day snow or what the heck, but I've got to get out there, and I'll see you again. And please share, like, and subscribe. Ding the bell for notifications, and that'll notify you when I drop a new video. Take care, and I'll see you again later. Bye.